Hey everyone, this is Ben from Cheddar Flow, and today is our weekly recap video, which by the way, we do these every single weekend, so make sure to subscribe below. I'm just going to go over some order flow from the past week and how it will correlate to this next week that we have upcoming. Remember, this is only a 4-day trading week, so we don't have any trading on Friday because it's Christmas Eve. So keep that in mind. Could prove to be more volatile going into it, but regardless, we'll start with the video right now. So first ticker I want to go over is SPY, and this has been a continuing issue for the last couple of weeks. We've had a lot of choppiness, as you can see from the chart right here. No current trend. Like before this, we had the trend was clearly up for a while. We kind of like squeezed out of this mini correction that we had there. But after that, we've been within this price range for quite a while, and it's been very difficult to trade. A lot of these major growth stocks or other big caps that were doing really, really well in the past couple of months actually have been getting hit pretty hard, and as a result, SPY has been chopping within this range for a while. So it's been pretty difficult to trade intraday and just swinging in general because there's no identifiable trend. And something that I thought would potentially be over once OPEX, which was this week on Friday, I thought maybe once OPEX happened, it would kind of be over. Although, unfortunately, during Friday, we actually saw 94% of the put flow, or 94% was put flow compared to 6% that was call flow. So I want to see how this correlates to this next coming week, because a lot of these puts were for a little bit further of an expiration than just the 12/17 ones, which is when OPEX was occurring. So a lot of these are some in January or February or even March. So that is kind of concerning for the future of SPY going forward, and may mean that we have a little bit more time that we do consolidate prior to making a move upward. I'm still a bull because we did reclaim that wedge on SPY, but as of now, you can see some of these prints right here, like a 439 put for end of January with a 5.1 million in premium. That's quite a bit, and it was a sweep. This person was playing aggressive on it. Same thing with another 439, 3.3 million, also for end of January. So these are some pretty big predictions for the end of January. Another 436 right here. Considering how much premium is in them, very interesting to see. And you can see some other orders up here for like March and stuff, similar outcome like here 430 and stuff like that, and just minimal amounts of calls that are out of the money in comparison to puts. Now the next thing that I want to look over is our dark pool levels, because this has actually been dark pools have been the most active this past week in my opinion compared to the rest of the year. So this entire year, I think this past week has been the most active in comparison to other weeks of this year. And we've seen very large individual prints such as this one right here, which is 3.4 billion in premium for a singular print at this 461.70. So that's very interesting to see. It is very uncommon, first of all, to see a print over 1 billion in premium, a single print that is over 1 billion in premium for SPY. So it's something that's significant and noticeable. And you do have to take this into consideration. So this was at 461.70, and we actually closed at 459.87. So that means, in my experience, in my opinion, that this is a little bit more so of a bearish emphasis. We'll see on Monday if we were to gap up above that level and continue upward, then again, that would be no issue. But because we closed below on Friday, this means that there is some bearish emphasis for the start of this week, Monday and Tuesday. So we'll see if that level can get reclaimed of that 461.70. But as of now, I don't like to see that the daily close below. And that's just from my experience with prior large premiums. But again, this is something that's significant. Make sure to put this level on your charts, because this is going to be a crucial level. And then also we saw a signature print from Thursday of 464.88. This one had 4.7 billion in premium with way more orders, but this was acting as a major resistance. People were selling through the dark pools on here. So this is going to act as a resistance on the way up if we do reach that again anytime soon. So just keep these levels in mind. These are pretty critical ones, because as obviously 4.7 billion is a lot for one level, and 3.4 billion is also a lot. So just keep that in mind going forward. We'll continue to monitor the dark pools and see how they will act as whether support or resistances. But yeah, just be careful with the start of this week. We may have a little bit of a fake out downward before moving upward. But I am still a bull, as I said. Just may take some time before we get to that new all-time high. All right, so the next ticker I want to go over is Amazon. And actually, I'm going to go in the historical flow here, because I want to see all of last week combined in the flow, because Amazon doesn't normally get a lot of flow. So I want to see everything from the week. And really, this was some bullish flow overall, 72% to 28%, with some pretty nice orders that were out of the money from previously this week. what is the thing about Amazon right here, if we look on the chart really quick, is that it's right on a crucial support level that if it's broken, it has a lot more downside. But if it does have a bounce off of it, we have a lot of upside as well. So it's kind of like in this middle of the range. So a lot of lines here, but basically going back, we've been within this channel for a year and a half. That's a very, very long time. This line right here is the bottom of the channel, and this is the top. And basically we've been trading in between it with sometimes going over, but then it gets rejected pretty hard and falls back down. But again, trading in between it, and right now we're in the middle of this range. We're going into holiday season, actually near the end of the holiday season now, which typically is strong for one, tech, and then also two, e-commerce, just because we had a lot of buying and shopping and all that stuff. So I have a bullish emphasis on it, and it seems like some of the whales also did, but we have to be very, very careful because of this right here. This is a $2 billion dark pool print on Amazon, which a $2 billion print on an individual stock is incredibly rare. This is a print that's going to set the tone for a long time, like months potentially, on whatever move it was. Remember, we don't know if it was a buy or sell because it is in the dark pool. Intentions of the trade are masked while they're in the dark pool, but we do know that the print happened at 3,390. And as of now, we are over that level. So if we continue to hold over, then I'm going to have bullish emphasis going forward. But remember, we also are really close. This is only a $10 differential on the stock price, which is very quick that it can fall below on Amazon. So we have to make sure that we do have some confirmation, maybe a little bit above, and we could take that trade for a long. If I took a long, I would take contracts that could be like around 3,600, try and get it to the top of the wedge, trim half there, and if it wants to continue up and break out, I would hold for that. I think that's a viable trading strategy. Although, again, we have to just be careful of that 3,390 level. As long as it holds, then I will be bullish on it, but make sure to take that in consideration because a move for Amazon is happening very soon, and it's going to be a very large one. Just the direction is unclear, and once we have confirmation, this could be a very good trade to take. All right, last one here that I want to talk about is Apple. This one has been one of the hottest stocks lately with like, I don't even know, last month, I guess. Had a huge move that we've seen looking at the chart here. A massive move out of the channel. These two blue lines that I have, this one right here and this one right here, were the channel. Had a major breakout, went above here, tested this, found a resistance, but then boom, shot straight up above this resistance, which was very key. Now is on a parabolic move, although did see some weakness with the general market weakness this past week. What I'm looking at right now, the flow is going to tell us where this is going to go within this week and also long term. In my opinion, based on what I was seeing through dark pools, which by the way, we saw a $1.8 billion print at 170. This was at market open, which by the way, we closed at 171. So that has some bullish emphasis to it. But basically looking through dark pools and stuff, they've been very active and a lot of large prints were happening below the price of close that we had. So you could see through here, just scrolling through the software on the side, a lot of these are around either what the price did close at or below what the price closed at. So that's really good to see is one thing. But then two, just looking through the orders, a lot of these are for either this week, which you can see 1223, that's the end of this week. They're pretty decent orders, like 172.5, that's good. That's out of the money with a lot of money going into it in premium. And then just continuously coming through the tape throughout the day, which is good. We see some puts as well, but again, those are just balancing out because this is an indecisive chart at the moment. It did get rejected off of this red line that I had here. So the question is it going to fall back and retest the top of the channel that it once was trading in, or is it going to find a support around here and just continue up with that parabolic move? So as of now, I'm kind of indecisive on it. I really want to see what the flow is telling us on Monday because just scrolling through it, there are some very bullish prints, but then again, also balancing out with some bearish prints as well. So again, Monday and Tuesday is kind of going to set us the trend for the next week or so, whether it's going to fall back and retest here, like I said, or find a support around here and continue upward on its level. So you're going to want to make sure to check this early on this week. I want to see a lot of bullish emphasis if it wants to continue up, because if it's just a bunch of chop like this, it's probably going to continue to fall down. And then also in the inverse, if there's a lot of put flow, it's also going to continue down. So really want to see some bullish flow coming through the tape. Want to see that the dark pool prints are at low of day, that I want to see institutions were buying it, or most likely we're buying it because we never know. But yeah, other than that, this is indecisive right now. Be careful with trading. You can trade it intraday, but going long here, the risk reward is not as beneficial. Risk reward at this level is great. I would definitely take this trade if it fell down lower. But as of now, because it's in the middle of this range, I just want to be careful with it. We'll see again on Monday or Tuesday. But other than that, that'll be it for today's video. If you guys like these, then make sure to tell us in the comments. Tell us what you liked about it. Tell us about stocks maybe you're thinking of. And then also make sure to like the videos as well. Yeah, and that'll be it for me today. Hopefully we have a very profitable week and also happy holidays.